Brian, I watched Harold Perkins, and I immediately got an attitude because this dude is much better than some of these other miscellaneous characters that we've been watching. And I think we're going to have an interesting conversation about him.
Yeah.
Phenomenal rookie year. Gets hurt after that.
UCLA game, blew out his knee.
Yeah. So, all right, if you have questions about him recovering from the ACL,
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
But when you watch his 2025 tape, Brian, he's flying all over the field.
Yeah.
And this isn't like, oh, well, he's 2 years removed from the injury, so now he's flying around.
Yeah.
It's like the very next year, and he's flying around. So I can only expect that in 2026, he'll be another year removed from the injury. He'll probably be feeling a little better. Brian, I see a dude that's explosive. Burst. Whether he moving forward, running sideways, LSU made him flip and turn and coverage a little bit more than I wanted to. But Brian, he don't look out of place doing it. Fantastic athlete, just to kind of kick it off a little bit, right? Phenomenal motor. Always running, always moving. If you watch film long enough, Brian, they'll put him at off-ball linebacker. Let him run around, do stuff versus the run. They'll put him at edge. They'll let him pass rush. I seen a couple plays where he was like at safety doing like safety type stuff, and he ain't look out of place doing it.
Yeah.
Chess piece in every facet of the word, Brian BROADDUS. I ended up putting him at edge, Brian, and edge meaning like outside linebacker.
Sure.
3-4 outside linebacker type guy.
Sure.
So that way he could still do his run game things, but I was blown away by how good of a natural pass rush he was. You know what I'm saying? And we just talking about 2025 LSU, these yo Tigers, somebody poo-poo. Let him pass rush a little bit more. Let him pass rush a little bit more. That rookie campaign, Brian BROADDUS, he was racking up sacks, hits, and pressures.
Yeah.
They kind of did that a little bit less in this last campaign, so the numbers don't look as great for him.
Right.
But in a year where they don't let him pass rush, the year before where he only played 4 games, he still ended with like 17 sacks or something like that.
Sure.
In 20 games or something like that. Brian, ridiculous. Natural bend, natural burst, can flatten. He's not going to be the biggest guy in the world.
Nope.
But I don't think he's going to play defensive end full time. I don't think you're going to ask him to come up and stack and shed versus tackles all the time. He may set the edge on outside runs, Brian. But for the most part, I'm treating him more like a linebacker than a 280-pound defensive end or something like that. Brian, he is so fun, whether he's rushing or if he's standing off ball, blitzing an A-gap. Incredibly versatile. And you will have to have a defense coordinator that can utilize a guy like that. I think the Cowboys, we just talked about it, the Cowboys kind of got to do like that. Solid in the run game, not as technical as a rusher, and it's just me nitpicking.
Sure.
Not big, kind of light. If he gets into a wrestling match, I've seen him win some wrestling matches too.
Sure.
But he don't win all those. I would imagine when he gets to the league, he'll win less of those. And he's not as technical of a passer. He wins with pure athleticism and ass whoop, but I can use that. Brian, I'm no coward, man. I got him in the 3rd round. I want to put him higher, but I started thinking about guys that I would have him over.
Sure.
I got him higher than Crawford, higher than Joseph's. I got him higher than Moore, strictly from versatility.
Right.
The fact that he can do things that they can do,
but
you can also put him at linebacker and let him do linebacker things.
You're absolutely right. You nailed this player. And as a former letterman at LSU, I want to apologize to the kid because this was one of the most misuse of a player that we've had in the history of LSU. And I know we have over 100 years of football being played at LSU. But when you watch this kid play his freshman year until this point where we're at today, it was a misuse of him. And the way that they should have, and you're absolutely right, he should have been a full-time pass rusher. But you see him, because of scheme, Brian Kelly, and they asked him to be a drop linebacker, to play in coverage. It'd be 3rd down, and I'm watching every single game, and I'm thinking, LSU needs to get the quarterback on the ground right now. Yeah. They need to get him on the ground right now. Harold Perkins is dropping in coverage into space and doing nothing. Mm-hmm. And they complete the ball, get a 1st down or get a touchdown. This was gross neglect by LSU's program on this particular player. Whoever drafts this player is going to get somebody that gets after it. I mean, you're right, VOCH, he's a smaller guy, but he knows how to win being a smaller guy. He can absolutely rush the passer. He can break tackles down. He's got bend. He's got burst. He's explosive. He could finish. He is an outstanding player. And it's funny when folks send you and I these mock drafts and they draft him in the 6th round.
Yeah.
And I just kind of smiled to myself and I go, you really don't know Harold Perkins all that well if you're drafted. Hey, great pick in the 6th round. By the way, great pick. If you're picking Harold Perkins in the 6th round, congratulations. You just took a player that could be a late 2, early 3 for sure. But this kid will get into the NFL, and you will remember this episode that we talked about him and the breakdown you had, which is absolutely dead balls on about the player.
Kind of short, but he got long arms though, huh, Brian?
He is. It's funny how he's built.
Yeah.
But you watch him play, just that explosiveness. And you can see when he gets around tackles, you're right about the long arms. Quarterbacks, he's reaching for the ball. He's reaching. He's always doing things to try and create turnovers. It's very reminiscent of Tyrann Mathieu when you watch how Tyrann Mathieu back in the day played at LSU, where he would blitz and he would attack and he would make things happen. This kid was grossly misused as a player's career. I was worried, VOCH, I'm not going to lie. I was worried we were going to lose him. He was just going to be pissed off and he was going to transfer and go somewhere else because of how they didn't play him. Yeah. But he did hurt his knee a couple years ago against UCLA, and he came back last year, though, played at a really high level. It's unfortunate that he wasn't used the correct way.
Let's fantastic break. Let me ask you this. Is he a linebacker for you or is he an edge for you?
Well, I think you've got him right.
Okay.
Me personally, I think you would list him, if for the Cowboys' sake, he would be an outside linebacker. Yeah. He's not a traditional, the weight-wise would not lead you to believe. There's a couple of guys in this draft that are really, that are like this. Mm-hmm. Lewis at Pittsburgh. Yeah. And this guy, I mean, they're lighter, smaller guys, but man, they get after it. Yeah. I would play him at the outside linebacker spot, but man, I think he's a situational pass rusher. But I'm going to say the situational part. I'm saying rush the passer. I'm not interested in him dropping into the flat and trying to take people. No, let him attack the pocket down after down after down.